What is going on, guys? So today what we got here at the shop, once we get this vehicle out for the parts hold, is a 2005 Mazda 3. It's a nice Pt.23. It's a decent vehicle. Customer stated that they need a transmission pan replacement, but I think it might be more than that if we can crank it up. It's got 176,075 miles on the odometer. It does have a check engine light. There you go, now it's started. But it's got a check engine light, the money light. So we're gonna go ahead and hook this up to a diagnostic machine and see what we got. So alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and read the codes. Key on, engine off, read on demand codes. Alright, okay. Got a powertrain issue, so I had to have some people help me push this vehicle up because it wouldn't go into drive. It drove over here and now it won't even drive. But let's see what we got here. Establishing vehicle communication. Now the customer did state needs a new oil pan, or new transmission pan. But if this thing is not drivable, I'm gonna have to come up with a plan to get it up on ramps when we get into the shop. It's not even wanting to read. There it goes. Alright, intake manifold tuning valves, control circuit low, bank 1. Intake air temperature sensor, circuit high input, intake manifold tuning valve, circuit low. It's got transmission gear number 3 incorrect ratio. Transmission fluid sensor, something within the transmission fluid is low. Got system too rich, off idle, bank 1, and too rich at idle at bank 1. System too rich, idle, and off idle at idle, bank 1. Engine coolant temperature not obtained. Those are all pending, but these are active. Common DTCs and that right there. So, but one thing we want to look at is this one right here, the P0733FF DTC. Since the transmission gear number 3 incorrect ratio, that is kind of strange right here. So let's go ahead and search this up. Should pop it up on the internet if I got good connection over here. Not sure if I do. But with that being said, I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get this thing into drive, because last night when the vehicle got delivered over here, seemed like everything was fine. I was able to drive it over into the side yard. But when I went to go move it today, it didn't want to move at all. It moved backwards, but it was hesitating. Now it just doesn't want to drive. Alright, it's not gonna want to do anything. But seems like there's something wrong with the intake manifold tuning valve, circuit low. Let's go ahead and look underneath the hood, see what we got. There's the hood release. Alright. Oh, it's one of those. Get the hood popped up. See what we got here. We got the nice 16 valve variable valve timing, and over there is where our transmission is, right underneath, somewhere down there. So what concerns me, get that off, is some of the parts that they brought over here. And it's like, something's leaking up here, that's dirty. Yeah, they need a valve cover gasket as well, so we might be able to do all that, but let's see what we got. Probably put some brake clean on it, get these coil packs disconnected, taken out, get the oil pressure sending unit disconnected as well. Get no, this is pressure sensor, this is something else, I can't remember what it's all called, but we'll get all this disconnected. We'll get the valve cover off, replace the valve cover gasket. There's got to be like some kind of vacuum leak as well, because if that O2 sensor, that bank one, that's the upstream, if that one is reading no communication, that means there's something not communicating, for one, or two, that sensor needs to be replaced. But what I saw in here, but what does concern me is, because this is kind of like a Ford engine as well, they got part number 50639 for a Ford 2.5 liter, 2.3 liter. This is a 2.3, and it's got all the valve cover gasket stuff here, so I'm not sure if they want me to do the valve cover gasket as well. There's the gasket and the transmission pan right here. What I am wanting to do is look under here. I see. Now, if you guys can see that, might be no oil in this thing. No fluid. So no wonder why I can't turn over the engine. You can see the oil cap right there, oil thing. That's covered in oil. But this transmission is leaking. So with that being said, with the vehicle parked over here overnight, can I see any fluids? I cannot. So what I need to do, because this vehicle will not drive and it has no fluid in it, what I need to do is take this intake off and get some fluids in it, because they do have the parts. And back here they got the correct kind of transmission fluid it should take. Where is it? Should be either, there you go, no. Yep, Mazda. I think it was like a T4. I think it was T4 for this, yep. So that should work. They got 4 bottles here. I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 bottle in and see if I could put it in reverse and back and drive. Let me go ahead and take this out, because they went over to Advanced Auto Parts for all that stuff. Oh, they got 5 bottles. That's nicer. Oh, crap. I gotta put you guys down real quick. Can't do anything if I'm struggling over here. There you go. I'm struggling over here. I won't be able to get this out. There you go. Alright, perfect. Got the fluid. Close that. There you go. Let's get this fluid in here. Wait for my employee to show up because this vehicle is a two-person vehicle. You can't sit there and drive this by one person. You gotta have two people. But this is gonna be fun. I need the service truck over here. My employee should be arriving soon. We'll get some of this stuff removed in order for us to get to the transmission down there. I don't think there is like a... There is not. Oh wait, what's this? Haha. Never mind. That's gonna be easy. Alright, so there is a dipstick that goes to the transmission, so we don't have to remove anything. So I'm gonna get with this customer as well to see if they want me to change out the valve cover gasket and also replace the windshield wipers. Let me check the windshield wipers. A little crustomatic. Unless they don't want the windshield wipers changed out, I'm not sure. But I'll get with the customer, see if they want the valve cover gasket replaced, because they do have a set in there. They do have the pan and the gasket for the transmission. So we're gonna drop the transmission and fill it up with 2 quarts. Start see if we got any reading of how much fluid is in there. If it's saying that there's plenty of fluid, we'll turn it on. Leave it sit for a bit, you know, put in drive, reverse, park, and see if it needs more fluid while it's still running. If it needs more fluid, we'll add some more fluid. But so far, this is a lot of stuff. Air intake circuit, input high input. Transmission fluid, pressure sensor, range performance concern. It's because it ain't got no fluid in it. But the O2 sensors not switching correctly. Sensors indicate rich. So it might need a new O2 sensor for 1, or 2. There's a break in the wiring somewhere. But yeah, it's just that transmission gear number 3 incorrect ratio, and the transmission fluid sensor switch A circuit range performance concern. And that's because these two right here, the P0733 and the P0841, that's all because of the transmission fluid going low. So we're gonna go ahead and put fluid in this, and then we should be able to drive this and put it up on ramps. Try our best. But I gotta wait for my employee to show up so that we can get that vehicle out of the shop. But yeah, that's all I can say right here. Let's go ahead and power this thing down. Power off. Okay. This is my employee scanner. I like it. I want one almost like it, but the one I want is the one where you can actually program keys and key fobs and everything. So put that there. I got some of this trash that I got to clean out. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get this one out when my employee shows up. So we'll see you guys here in a second. Just to let you know that this customer actually did decline any other repairs or any other diagnosis to this vehicle. All they want is that transmission pan replaced and put fluids in to make sure that this vehicle does run and drive with no transmission leaks. Beep. Alright, so my employee is back. We're going to go ahead and get this thing out of the shop.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. It's a 2-person job. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it. Oh, gotta hook up the battery because I ain't got no power.
10mm wrench.
10 mil wrench. Ow, my finger. 10 mil. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shut up. And this vehicle has 232,151 miles on the odometer. Gotta let it warm up some. This thing's been plugged up for a couple days now. Or unplugged, yeah. Unplugged for a couple days now. Come on. Learn your system. Is there? Oh, there it goes.
Let me see your flashlight. Yeah, the mass airflow sensor is unplugged.
It is? Oh, it is. I disconnected it. Woo, it's smoky in here.
Alright.
Alright. Forgot about the mass airflow sensor. Alright, now we move in. Oh, who's calling me? Mike's Independent Services.
This is Mike the mechanic.
Yes, sir.
I think I used it before.
You used me before for vehicle repair?
I think I did. I think you did check engine light on my pickup truck.
What kind of pickup truck you got? A Ford F-150?
No, 2004 GMC Sierra.
I think so. You live over at the apartment complex, right?
Sandpaper.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I wanted to do that call because I have a car and all I didn't need is a brake pad put on.
A what?
I need a brake pad put on my car.
Brake pads?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I could do.
Yeah, it'd be dog. So I probably have to call you back tomorrow.
All right.
My name is Darren.
All right, Darren.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, bye. Jeez. I'm gonna have to bleep out that shit right there. All right. So probably just, well, yeah, just go ahead and pop it on because I'm not sure if they want us to do the valve cover gaskets. But let's go ahead and put 2 quarts of transmission fluid in this and see if it'll drive. The dipstick is right up here.
It's actually got a dipstick?
Yeah, it's got a dipstick up here.
Okay.
Yeah, which is kind of convenient. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and grab this funnel. Grab 2 quarts. Sorry, you guys can't see. There we go. Slip the. I don't have my other phone.
I don't have my phone. Oh.
Where did I put my other phone?
The lockout Warner Robins Nissan Murano.
Nissan Murano. That's gonna be easy.
Except
45 minutes.
Huh?
Is it a Warner Robins?
Yeah.
45 minutes. All right, so we got that. I don't know what happened to my other phone.
Fall out of your pocket.
Don't think so. I had it right next to my phone, unless it's inside. Trying to do this one-handed. Actually, no, probably pour it that way. Nice and red. Oh shit, I'm squeezing transmission fluid all over my hands.
I'm smelling it.
Uh-oh. Oh! I guess you gotta go slow.
It's too cold to be
Yeah.
going slow.
In the meantime, while he's putting the transmission fluid in, I'm gonna get the ramps out. Ooh, water. That vehicle has a coolant leak too. We'll address that later. We'll put it ramps around here. No, my phone going crazy. I don't know where my other phone is. Should be alright right there. Just as long as we can get it driving again.
If you want, go ahead and crank it up.
Ooh. Got all of it. Oh. Yeah, heavy. I don't know, can you guys see in there? No. Maybe not really. Transmission fluid on my screen. Let's see what we got. Looks like it's all the way down in there. Yep. Alright. Let's leave this here for now. What does the dipstick read now? Yeah. Saying full.
It's saying full, but we ain't put it in gear yet either.
No. Let's see how she drives. Alright, so let's go ahead and start moving her. Huh?
Pull forward first, make sure it goes in the drive before you back out in the street. Okay.
Alright, yep. So we're backing out. Checking for traffic. There's barely any traffic. Now she's drifting. Be careful not to hit Snooky Poo. I want to make sure that I'm not going to hit that chair when we're putting it up on ramps. Is it almost lined up perfectly? I know, seatbelt, seatbelt. Need the driving's on. All right. I'll just keep this here for now. All right, she is lifted. Perfect. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. All right, so we'll get a light hung up over here so that we could see over here, and also put it on the floor so we can look at the pan even better. Let me squeeze over here. There you go. Let's grab this light here. How bad is it leaking? Yeah, it's dripping. It's dripping from somewhere, but it's got a bent up pan. There's a crack in the pan. That's why.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't look healthy. It looks like they hit something. But we'll get the correct tools. Looks like I need an 8mm socket. And everything else should come right out. But we need a drain pan. I gotta bleep that out. But yeah, grab that drain pan and it'll catch, oh, never mind, it's over here. It'll catch drips. Let's see, is there a place that I could put this light?
Can you reach it?
Yeah, I can reach it. There we go. That works. I just wish there was another place to put this light.
Bottom support beam or something?
Everything's aluminum.
Everything's aluminum.
Yeah.
On this year model? Really?
Oh, lower control arm. All right, cool. That'll work. All right, let me get the 8mm socket. Oh no. Mike's Independent Services. Hey.
You have Alyssa's car?
Yes, it is up on the ramps right now. I'm getting to work on it.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, Christina just sent me a message saying to call you.
Yeah, I'll be done with it in the next couple hours.
Okay. Now, is there any way you can take it to her once you're done with it?
Yes, I
And
can.
then she can take you back home?
Well, I got my employee over here, so I can have my employee follow me, and then we'll head back to home base.
Okay, that sounds great.
All right. I'll
All right.
let you know when I get done.
All right. Appreciate you, hon.
Not a problem. Yeah, bye.
Only 5 minutes late. Road.
For that lockout.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Intermission complete. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, get to the back of the service truck. Huh? Oh, you do? You got a short extension? No, you. No, it's just the 1/4.
Set for 8.
Yeah, 8.
Ta-da.
Oh, it's too small for an 8. Might be a 10 instead.
Other one.
That's no, other one. Perfect. That looks like the right size. All right, let's try this. Perfect. It is a 10.
Cool.
All right. So we'll go ahead and get this pan lowered down or taken off. I'm not going to measure the transmission fluid because we don't know how much it had in it. So we'll just we'll get that pan replaced and get it filled up with fluids, make sure that it goes into its gears. Like I said, we got that
Pan gasket and pan.
Oh crap, I gotta call her back about the valve cover gasket if she wants me to do that one too. Yeah. But I'll get around to it soon.
Fancy's got a ring for it.
Yeah, the other one does too.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But it's like it's damaged right here and there's a crack on the side right here.
She probably bottomed out somewhere.
Somewhere.
Probably jumping some railroad tracks.
Probably. Doing the Dukes of Hazzard stuff in it.
I did. And
All
a
right.
bigger Mazda. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna run and go do this call real quick, and I'll be back.
Yep. And I'll probably have the pan off when you come back.
It'll work.
All right.
Bye. Have a good time.
All right. So let's go ahead. We don't need this light for now. No, we need the light down below, and we're gonna go ahead and get the bottom or the the pan removed and clear the DTCs in this vehicle right after we do this repair. And we're gonna diagnose the O2 sensor issue along with, I think it was like a mass airflow. I think it was like a mass airflow thing that was going on. But we'll diagnose everything and see what's going on. See if it's got like no communication or too much communication, whatever the case may be. We'll figure everything out and let the customer know. So please hang tight and I'll be right back. So I thought I'd go ahead and end this video early. I'm going to post a part 2 video here in the next day. The video was taking way too long. I'm sorry, but I'm going to go ahead and post the video, the part 2 video tomorrow. Please do not judge me on vehicle repairs, vehicle diagnostics, anything like that. I am a certified mechanic. My employee is a certified mechanic. We both went to school for this stuff. We got 3 vehicles that we got to work on, brake jobs and other diagnosis as well. So we're going to be working on those here shortly, but I'm going to post the part 2 video of this one pretty soon, and any kind of roadside assistance calls that we actually do have, I am going to try sifting through some more videos. We got some interesting footage for roadside assistance that we're going to be pushing out, but once we get all the videos or all the vehicles situated around here, maybe we got some good footage from certain vehicles that we got over here at home base. We're going to work on those and maybe get some footage from them. So I see that someone commented saying about that last video that I posted about working on that, what was it, the Honda CRV, not pulling the spark plugs. We did pull the spark plugs because it is actually a dead on arrival vehicle. You could tell from the underneath the hood that someone's been there already, especially with a new coil pack. So whoever worked on the vehicle before this customer actually bought this vehicle, which he actually did buy this vehicle not too long ago before I started working on the vehicle. So that was tall tale signs that the spark plugs were replaced, which we double checked, and they were actually brand new spark plugs. The casing, you know how the spark plugs actually have the white casing on the top part. It's actually pure white, so it's brand new, gapped perfectly. We put the spark plugs back in, and that's when I started recording. So, yeah, I mean, you can see at the end of the video that the vehicle was actually up and running, very smooth, no problems whatsoever. And I wasn't going to bother with the trouble codes or anything like that because I know the trouble codes are going to come back up because of certain issues with the vehicle. And if that customer didn't want to have his vehicle fully fixed up, you know, repaired or anything like that, it's out of our control right there. He's only paying for a certain diagnosis. If he wants a full on diagnosis, we actually charge like a really good high charge for full diagnosis and repair. And the customer was basically rejecting certain repairs, certain stuff for us to diagnose. So basically, he gets what he pays for. So one thing for sure, if you're gonna have your vehicle come over to my shop and get repaired, and we tell you the cost of the repair, and you decide that you don't want this repair and basically don't want further diagnosis and don't want to pay for certain services, I'm sorry, but I'm going to limit myself. I'm going to say, you know what, I'm not going to take a further look into your vehicle. I'm just only going to do whatever you tell me to do, and I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to tell you that I diagnosed even further the vehicle because you didn't even pay me for the services. So I'm just gonna do what you tell me, and I'm gonna charge you for what I did, and I'm gonna release it to you. That customer did pay for it, and it's released to him. So don't sit there and judge me on mechanic work. If these customers are not paying for the services that I provide, I am not going to provide any of the services that they should get. So it is what it is right there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below of your thoughts, opinions, concerns, suggestions. Click the share button to share with your friends, families, colleagues, all sorts of different natures, and also click at that bell notification to get notified whenever I post a video. So thank you very much for watching, and God bless.